What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? I already see we got 4 in the building. That's what's up. Welcome to another episode of Smoked Out Society. I am your host, Havoc 3E. You already know, man. This shit is getting out of hand. Now Trump is attacking Iran. This shit is getting out of fucking character right now. At some point, we got to put a stop to this nigga. But y'all know I can't get the show without getting my little blunt rolled up, getting into the shit. I just got home from work. So we're going to play a little bit of music. Let me get situated, unwind, and then we'll go ahead and we'll make it happen, people. But y'all already know, man, this shit is crazy, bro. We're going to sit here and we're going to talk about it tonight, man. This shit is getting crazy, bro. Starting wars left and right, and he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Start a war so that if this war lasts, there won't be no elections, no nothing. This motherfucker's tripping, bro. And I can't believe there's people out there that are not seeing what the fuck he's actually attempting to do. But yeah, let me go ahead. We'll play a quick song tonight, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start it off with the Shut the Fuck Up song. I actually was thinking about this shit. This is the song we're going to start off with. Everybody get situated. Let's get right. Share it out. We got a decent show tonight, man. We got a decent show tonight.
Yo. You niggas talking shit.
The fuck is going on? Already starting shit, yo. Shit's already starting up.
Yo. You niggas talking shit. Got a lot to say on the gram, the YouTube. You know what I say though? Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Niggas talk shit, they don't even pop. I spill your whole shit, they gon' need a mop. You niggas mad puss, probably got the wild. I hit them up, I think I'm fucking pop. From the Bronx like a mud-hubber. Straight gutter, hot piece of butter. Puerto Rock brother that'll eat your mother. Get mad, call dad, you gon' need each other. My flow lethal, weapon, I'm D Glover, meat lover. Niggas talk like you all that, it's all cap. You don't bust gas, niggas all rap, I'm all fact. Check the rap sheet, niggas saw that I smack them with the Mac 4 rack, nigga 4 back. Don't press your luck. I'm from the slums, son, and my gun go buck. Y'all niggas talk shit, I'm like so fucking what? You puss. Yo, shut the fuck up. 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 Y'all niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm hotter than the sun, nigga. Bustin' guns, my love, son. I'm big pun, nigga. See me with the Glock 4, you run, nigga. This for those yapping their gums, niggas. You dumb, nigga. Nigga, you stupid, my record ruthless. I bang on some snow shit. Don't make me prove it. Look at your life, nigga, useless. You ain't bout shit, I get the laugh when the two spit. I do this. Every bar is a felony. Go hard like dog in the yard, this pit energy. I bite, grip, shake, and chew through each enemy. Don't want a nigga, let it be. Ain't shit, niggas telling me. So shut the fuck up, I'm all the way up, I'm an astronaut. Niggas talk shit, that's the life of a butt. I'm like, so what, nigga? Shut the fuck up. 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 Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. 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 Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
What's good? What's good? What's good? I see we got some people in here. Mr. More Kitty, what's good, brother? Rolling up, people. I'm rolling up. I got some shit for y'all tonight, man. Donald Trump is tripping, bro. Donald Trump is on his last fucking rabbit ass mind, bro. There's just no other way to explain it. That nigga's gone. That nigga's gone. He has issues. I don't know what else is happening. But supposedly now, protesters are fighting back. Exactly what he wanted is starting to happen now. Motherfuckers is fighting back because they're tired of the abuse. Let's get into these videos. But before I do that, like I said, I got to get my mind built into it. I got this content for y'all and everything. But I just want to, still trying to roll up, do a little bit of music, get my shit brain right before I get into it. But it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I got some content for y'all tonight. It's a little bit out of fucking whack, bro. Share this shit out. Definitely share this shit out. Go ahead, give some. Definitely got to give some love to Chino Plush. You already know. I always like to play Rico's members, their songs. These people that I play every night, these are members of the Rico Squad. You know what I'm saying? By the way, this is the new home of the Rico Squad, Smoked Out Society. Make sure you share this out. Everybody that was subscribed to Latin Pain need to come on over here and subscribe to Smoked Out Society. This is where it's at right now. This is where we at. This is where we at. All right, Chino Plush, where you at, brother? Here we go. Chino got that butter music. Go ahead and share this.
They never heard a song with Vado and Plush on it. With Trigger. I'ma do this shit for Queens, the Bronx, Newburgh, down south, the Midwest to the West. Let's go. Gotta be cautious, dripping nice in them crosses. Niggas that light up the torches, gotta be stepping outside with the bosses. Can trust them as far as you smell them. All of you niggas is telling, and most of my niggas are felons. Hold up, was juking. The chef in the kitchen was cooking. These niggas, they snitching, they shookin'. Shout out my niggas in Brooklyn. I'm up in Harlem with Vado, smoking a lot of gelato. Almost thought I was in LA. They selling them medicine bottles. Never put trust in a buster. Closest of homies a rat on you. Follow the code of the hustlers. Niggas doing good, that's when they wish bad on you. Niggas talk about loyalty, but they really want to put a toe tag on you. Poppin' shit, but they avoided me. They just hush mouth, I ain't gotta talk about it, I ain't gotta rush now. She a bust down, I don't trust shorty cause she see me like a touchdown. From the end zone to the friend zone. You ain't coming to my benzo, I'ma give you that extendo. With it waving out the window cause I'm gotta be cautious, dripping nice in them crosses. Niggas that light up the torches, gotta be stepping outside with the bosses. They trust them as far as you smell them. All of you niggas is telling, and most of my niggas are felon.
As I sit in the wicker chair, surrounded by millionaires, real street legends making the pictures rare. One of my mans in it, he seeing years. My other man's in it, been free and clear. When I asked how he did it, he said from being fair. The circle tight enough, he could see a square. And I'm pointing up to know when to disappear. Yeah. More than aware of these weirdos. That's why I keep a 4-5 Tech 9 with the air holes. The fake minds on the air those. Dime in the earlobes. Ha!
Okay. You trippin' dog, I'm a big stepper. Roll the dice in a Harlem night like Sugar Ray, I make a quick better. Dapper DG, Aqua Water, VD, Heapy, Serafini, Ava Rex Leather. Bass rhyme doing diddy bops. Wave vibes like the Millie Rock. Who are we? Gotta be. Lil Big Daddy Sauce Ball, stop asking us. Acting tough. Player, you can see the clip, stop acting up. Actor cuts, dripping in the building, still in need a bit of patching up. Wrap it up, faking the funk, I can smell it. The wicked is witty, they living it hellish. I really be with it, like living together. My circle ain't flipping like heads or whatever. It's all in the pic with the teller. You telling the lies, I don't buy them. The way you can sell it.
Who's good, Hacks?
Yo, Benzito, my chariot, whiter than heaven. Yeah, if I see that Benzito, them angels will carry it.
Gotta be cautious, dripping nice in them crosses. Niggas that light up the torches, gotta be stepping outside with the bosses. Can trust them as far as you smell them. All of you niggas is telling, and most of my niggas are felons.
I already know that was Chino Plush. That was Chino Plush. Member of the motherfucking Rico squad. Just so you know, man, Chino's been working his ass off. That's why we haven't seen him and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yo, Hats, I just put the link in a thing. If you want to hit the link, bro, you don't have to cam up or nothing. By the way, that goes for anybody that want to hit the panel. You're more than welcome to. As long as you don't come up with no crazy. Like I said, I got some content, but I'm rolling up. I want to get my mindset, bro. Donald Trump has been on some shit, bro. He truly has been on some shit, man. Ooh. What's good, Chaos Truth? How you doing? There's a lot going on in the world tonight, this evening, sir. There's a lot. Trust me. There's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. Rolling up. Y'all already know. Matter of fact, I'm going to play another Chino Plush song, yo. I already know. I'm going to play another one, bro. It's Chino Plush and his wife.
Damn. Damn, D Green, you did this?
We hit the streets, you know the name. You need at least a quarter tank. I'm down for the get down, down for the get down. Y'all better get down, you know the game. We hit the streets, you know the name. You need at least a quarter tank. I'm down for the get down, down for the get down. Y'all better get down, you know the game.
Can't reach in my pocket. Oh man, I'm too lit. She taking my wallet. Oh man, I ain't too rich, but she got the foot on the dash, and then right on the lap. She got the good in the stash. Hundreds, no one's in her bag. One in this real born in the foreign, I'ma hand me down. With an old school Chevy bound. Chillin' with my niggas at my Grammy house. I was on the track, you can smell what I was thinking about. But I found what's important. My family, my money, my lawyers. Drinking that whiskey, feeling like Jordan, looking like Gordon.
We hit the streets, you know the name. You need at least a quarter tank. I'm down for the get down, down for the get down. Y'all better get down, you know the thing. I'm down for the get down.
I got too many racks. You guilty by association if you live with a rat. And they fuck with them broke hoes, and my bitch got a bag. And it don't matter what I spend, cause I'ma get it right back. I got a yop stick with me riding shotgun. With the game, I don't play, I'm a pops. And I got a whole wave, and these niggas wanna hop. You acting like you got a bag, but we know you ain't got none. Many niggas too funny. I'm in a lamb right now, and I'm doing 200. Listen, old racks, nigga, we be getting new money. Niggas talking on the net, but they ain't gon' do nothing. No.
Yeah, y'all already know. I was Chino Plush, his wife, Melly the Chosen, and they boy. Shit is official tissue. That was official tissue. You know, I was peso, yo. I was peso. There's another banger that I've been listening to a lot lately too. These are just people that I listen to. These are songs that I fuck with and shit. These next two songs are official for right now. I'm still rolling up. I know I'm taking my time. I got some content. Just waiting for some more people to come in the building. Y'all already know. Make sure those that are here share this shit out, man. Share the motherfucker live out. I need y'all to share this live out. Nah, Chino Plus is Boricua. Nah, Chino Plus is Puerto Rican. Mr. Moore Kitty, as of right now, I'm gonna after speaking with Payne, because I speak to Payne on a daily. A lot of people don't know he goes live basically on Instagram and TikTok almost every day. He's doing the same thing. I mean, I think he's still appealing what the ban they gave him, but it's crazy. They gave him a lifetime ban, bro. I just don't understand how the fuck, bro. That's what we trying to figure out. How he got a fucking lifetime ban? Like this shit is crazy. You know, so he's just been streaming on the other platforms and shit like that. And believe it or not, on them other platforms, he's big over there too. Like he's got a massive following too on a lot of those other platforms. But we like I said, we don't think it's gonna be permanent. At some point, we're gonna make a power move to see what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But that's why, you know, even on Instagram, when you do see him and everything, he's letting everybody know to come over here and subscribe to Smoked Out Society. This is where we at now. You know, this is the home right now and shit like that. Until further notice, until we figure out if there's gonna be any other changes or anything. But right now, this is where we rolling at. All right, no problem. Yeah, but this is where we at. I mean, and believe it or not, he's watching right now. Believe it or not, don't think he's not. He's watching us right now. He's watching. But you know what I'm saying? When he tries to do anything, they got his IP address and everything. Like this shit is crazy, bro. But trust me, he ain't just fucking forgot about us. Latin Pain is watching us right now. He still be up in here watching us, even though he's not in here with us. So let everybody know, man, we still here. Fuck that. Rico Squad. We the hardest in the whole yard. No doubt about it. Smoked Out Society. That's it. That's where we at now. You know? Even if, God forbid he gotta come back and make a new name or new some shit, but we definitely gonna make it happen, bro. We ain't just gonna let that shit fly like that, bro. Niggas did what they did, bro. Niggas had to jump him. I've seen niggas on these YouTube streets, bro, say far worse shit, and they still rocking around, bro. That's what I said, bro. This shit is crazy. Got this blunt rolled up. I see we got some people in the building. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm about to play this song while we smoking Get Right. Like I said, I do got some content. I do got some content, but like I said, right now I'm just trying to listen to a little bit of music while I smoke this blunt with y'all. I'm not doing none of that screaming or none of that shit tonight. It ain't worth it no more, yo. I already see that this Trump regime, they're gonna do what the fuck they want and they're gonna get away with it, and nobody's gonna say or do nothing about it. So what's the point of us stressing ourselves out anymore about these motherfuckers? Really don't make no sense. Light I got up here. Got the lighter. Sit here. Let's play this song. That's why I want to play this song. Yeah, I do miss the old vibes too, bro. I do miss the old vibes. But even then, man, yo, that's why when I go back and I look at some of my old lives, it's crazy to see how many motherfuckers roll with us, bro. To the point to where we at now, man, because niggas just is just unloyal, bro, for no reason. Just amazing to see how many motherfuckers roll with us compared to now, bro. That's why I be laughing about this shit. But yo, check this new song I've been burning. This shit is hot right here. This shit's official tissue.
Let's go. Dedicated grind music. Step around. It's motion and motivation. Motion. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that paper, the tempo, the hate just the base, no. I move with a vengeance, they can't replicate. They can't do it. Nah, greatness I own it. Greatness is calling my name. Life move fast, can't control. You can't control me. Oh, I'm talking my reality. Watch how the tone get. Watch me now. Ooh. Watch and see. Today I do better cause I'm ever greatness. You don't see it like I see it. My vision's panoramic. You just don't see. Money the motion, but hated the motive. Why you hate? Hated the fuck. Why you hate? Why? I'm great and I know it. I know it. The truth is explosive. And I know it. I know it. A king in the making through every trial and test. I'm taking what's mine. Ain't no time for rest. Hey. No time. Started with a plan and a vision. A vision. Just a vision. A flicker, a spark, chasing greatness, a long shot. Empty pockets for dreams, a violent mix. I was broke. Clock ticking, deadlines, playing desperate tricks. They said my ceiling's low, you come from nothing. They said you nothing. Stacking every doubt like they were Lego bricks. Stacking them up. Got a fire in my belly, is a beacon in my chest. It's fire! Running through the maybes, putting limits to rest. Burn it down. Yeah, that paper's a tempo, the hatred's the base. No, the base, no D. I move with a vengeance, they can't replicate though. Can't do it like me. Greatness, I own it. Life move fast, can't control it. I own it. I'm talking my reality, watch how the tone get. Watch the tone get. Today I do better, I'm bound for greatness. You don't see it like I see it,
You talking to me?
You will. You will. Today I do better cause I'm out for greatness. Hey, hey. You don't see it like I see it, my vision panoramic. Money is the most. I needed emotion but hated the motive. Why you hate? Hated the fuel. Why you hate? Why? I'm great and I know it. I know it. The truth is explosive. And I know it. I know it. A king in the making through every trial and test. I'm taking what's mine, ain't no time for it. No time. Hey. Ain't no time, no time, ain't no time, no time, ain't no time, no time. Yeah, right. Woke up to the hunger, a different kind of empty, you wouldn't understand. A different hunger, yeah. Eyes on the summit, every hustle just a step, just one more step. They talking about limits, I'm drafting new blueprints. New blueprint. Every struggle a lesson stitched into the print, stitched in me. They whispering from the sidelines, never in the game, never in the game. Sideline. I'm turning down the volume on everything that's lame. The grind's my meditation. Whoa. The hustle is my motivation. My motivation. I beat it. Hey. Breathing in the future, exhaling all the fear, all of it. Forever you can, I gotta watch me, just watch me, just watch. You just got me, I was shy, girl, got me. I loading the wake of the bells ring. On game of my old galatation, not your vow. And you up, the girl ain't getting breaking dingus. I'm in the spot attack, focus to the fire, I'm the silver punish. It's the eye, forcing the fire with vision and found it. It's the eye, this motion and motivation. Yeah, that paper, the tempo, the edge of the base, no, hey, hey.
I move with Avengers, they can't replicate, though. They can't do it. No. Greatness, I own it. Greatness is calling my name. I own it, I'm talking about reality, watch how the tone. Oh, today I do better, cause I'm up for greatness. Some things that you don't see it like I see it, my vision better manly. Hey, money is the motion, but hate is the motive. Why you hate? Hate is the fault. Why you hate? Why you know? I'm great and I know it. The truth is explosive. Boom. Yeah. Ain't no time in there. Oh. Hey. Ain't no time. Hey. Ain't no time. No time. No time. Oh. Dedicated grind music.
Give me a second, folks. I don't know why the fuck this shit is not coming up. I don't see the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me back out for. I'm back. This shit is crazy. I don't know why I can't see the comments in the chat. I can't see the comments on the screen. There we go. No, that's not it. What the fuck is going on? This shit is tripping right now. One second, people. I'm fucking tripping right now. I'm here, people. I'm just trying to figure out why the fucking chat is not showing. Yeah, I see 9. That's what I'm saying, but I don't still why the chat is not coming up. It should come up. I should see the chat on the screen. I know I hit that shit too. Give me 1 second. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck is going on tonight. I'm tripping, bro. I'm fucking tripping. It would normally be up here and it's not fucking showing. This shit crazy. I can't figure it out. Yeah, I noticed that the verticals do get more views. Yo, this shit is crazy. The chat is not coming up on the fucking shit. It is what it is. That's not new. This is new. A little Uzi Vert. That's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I can't see.
Uzi is a fashion icon.
Uzi is a fucking movement in culture.
So you know it's gonna be fire.
I don't even know what she said, cause she foreign. It's foreign. And she got it dormant. Like the way she formed. And she gon' perform it. Look the same in morning. She don't stop, keep going. I don't even know what she said, but this what I hear in my head.
Il aime ses goûts, il la voit partout. Elle est en debout, debout, une rose à la main. Non, non, rien ne me retient. Dans ses love story, dans ses love story.
What I make in a day, what they make in a life. Is it cause that I'm paid? You tryna stay the night, you keep rubbing on my face. Make me feel I'm your type, I guess that we on the same page. Cause I'm just trying to shy, I really do. What I make in a day, what they make in a life. Is it cause that I'm paid? You tryna stay the night, you keep rubbing on my face.
I don't know. Let's get into the content. I got my blunt rolled up. Let's do this. I got some shit for you, hacks. Check this shit out, bro. This shit is wild, bro. Apparently the people fighting back.
Resistance is popping up all over the place against the Trump regime and his illegal use of ICE in our cities. Minneapolis is the first, they won't be the last, but Minneapolis is truly showing us how it's done. And now we are getting reporting that ICE is demoralized by the actions of protesters and also standing up to Trump. I can't believe I'm about to promote that, but Jerome Powell, is Jerome Powell the new face of the resistance? Perhaps. Let's just go to Fox News, where someone told Fox exactly what they didn't want to hear.
So what's funny to me is when is violence, when is protest, when is this all acceptable?
But isn't that the same though? Where's the protest against the regime that's killing people in the street right now? I mean, I don't see anybody in Colombia.
Well, they're doing those today, and it's called the ICE protests.
Well, but they talking about Iran at the ICE protest?
So this guy thought I was being smart. Fox News host was like, why aren't they protesting what's happening in Iran? Because they are protesting a regime. They're protesting the Trump regime.
No, I think they're talking about the regime that's shooting people in the face. I mean, I think it's a very American idea that I want police forces to be able to shoot Americans indiscriminately. And the idea that J.D. Vance says is that they should have absolute immunity. You know, I thought this guy was a hillbilly. He had a book, Hillbilly Elegy. And I can tell you, hillbilly values, at least from where I'm from in Appalachia, are that the government ought not be able to have absolute immunity when they shoot you in the face.
Amen. They shouldn't. But currently, I suppose they do. But here's the thing that ICE needs to know is that eventually, one day, someone's going to get into power who actually is going to seek real justice, not the fake justice that Donald Trump says he's going after, but real justice. We're going to go after everyone right now who is breaking the laws. And if you're doing shit like that, one day it's going to catch up to you. I do believe that. Now, I saw this and I got to say, just there are too many swear words in this to bleep it out. But if you are watching this around children, I would suggest to not do that or to come back later when the children are not around, because there is some colorful language in this video. But I want to show you what Minneapolis is actually doing to people, what Minneapolis is actually doing to ICE. This is exactly what we should be doing. And I cannot get over how brave these folks are. They chased them out of Target. I don't know why they got to go to Target to pee, and why they got to be in this stupid military formation just for peeing.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But they were very quickly shown that they're not welcome here.
Fucking bum. You're a bitch. Lift your wife up, I'll fuck her too. You guys are all bitches. You can't do shit to me. You can't do a thing to me. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Nobody fucking wants you here. Right, get the fuck out. Walk the fuck out, you stupid bitches. Get the fuck out of here. You dumb. The fuck out of here. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward, bitch. You're a fucking...
Honestly, I could fall asleep to this. It's very soothing.
Yes, it is.
Bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitches. You're a fucking coward piece of shit. Fuck you. And if you didn't have a gun or a bat, I would beat the shit out of you. Take that fucking badge off and that fucking gun and see what happens. You shut the fuck up.
First Amendment. Use it.
You're a bitch. Get the fuck out. You fucking pussy. You fucking bitch ass white boy. I'll fucking spell you. Fucking get out of here.
See, that's the thing. Is like as soon as when you're brave, other people feel like they can be brave. Look at this woman doing her part to just let the ICE know that they are not welcome there. Of course. And then they like have to show they're big boys with the guns. Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. All right. Now we are hearing that all of that is actually having an effect. A viewer actually texted this to me, and this is just so you know, you can text me and you can leave voicemails, and I do get them. 2-810-4379. You can leave tips. You can give me things you want me to talk about. You can leave a voicemail and just say how much you love me, but don't do that. You don't need to do that, but it is nice when you do it. Okay, now this guy, I want to make sure he's properly credited. OJAW right here on YouTube said that ICE is demoralized. He saw it with his own eyes.
Can tell you is the masks that those cowards wear to hide their face cannot hide what their eyes are saying loud and clear. So they are scared, they are demoralized, they are tired, tearing families apart, being unwelcome everywhere they go, being body shamed by yours truly, who does a pretty damn good job at it, being absolutely berated by Will DeWoke Farmer and Echo Romeo and all of the brave members of our communities. And
this is we should have been doing this from Jump Street, yo. I don't know why the people haven't been fighting back from day one. I'm telling you, these ICE agents could only do but for so much, man. You know what I'm saying? If people would have get when you see ICE agents like 2 or 3 or 4 of the motherfuckers grabbing somebody, and there's a crowd of people, you'll surround them, get on them, push them, do shit like that. I'm telling you, they're going to be so fearful that they're going to let the person go. They don't want to get fucking trampled and stomped on, bro. That's the same thing. You got to hit them with the same aggressiveness that ICE is hitting. You got to hit them back, man. You have to hit them back. We can't allow ICE to continue to do this shit, bro. There's no fucking way, man. There's no way. ICE has to understand that we're not here for the fuckboy shit. We're really not here for that, bro. Make sure everybody's subscribing and smashing the like button. We got 9 people in the building, 5 likes. Come on, let's make them views match those likes. Definitely would appreciate that, people. Definitely would appreciate that. But it's crazy, bro. When you sit here and you think about the whole scenario and how this whole shit is set up, it's absolutely fucking wild, bro. Just absolutely wild how these people do this shit to people. Excuse me. It just don't make no sense. I don't like you, but maybe I'll subscribe. That's okay. I don't need you to like me. I need you to love me. Because I reciprocate that love right back to you. Talk your ish. Jess. Queen of Smoked Out Society is in the building, people. Yes. The queen of the motherfucking Smoked Out Society. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Check this shit out. It's just true, man. They demoralized. They know, man. I'm telling you. We show them no fear. You see how quickly shit it turned into it.
Who flew in and drove in from all around the country to say enough is enough. And when little neo-Nazis like Jaden Scott and Jake Lang showed up as paid agitators to support ICE, it demoralized them more. Because when they tried to get a bunch of people to come out and support the Gestapo against us, no one showed up. And who wants to be on the side of this little fucking incel leprechaun? And you could tell how demoralized they were getting being represented by these little Nazis, because at first they were all excited and they were actually protecting them against us. They were letting them stand on the federal property with ICE. Then they realized how big of losers they were, and they stopped. They made them get off the property and come and join us, and that was not fun for them. And then they watched them get absolutely berated and shoved around and humiliated, and they begged for them to come protect them again, and nobody came to their aid. So they scurried off like the little cowards they are. So don't let anybody tell you that protesting is powerless. We are not powerless against these people. We are breaking their spirit. Shit, they're
Yes, we are breaking their spirit, and that is so important. They think that they can break our...
And that's what we need to do. We have to continue to force these motherfuckers to understand that they can't get what they want from us, yo. This is not... Bro. This shit is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, yo. I can't wait. I want to see what happens when they go to Philly, yo. I know this sounds crazy. I want to see what happens when they go to Philly, man. I'm telling you, them Black Panthers, everything. They rolling deep in Philly right now. Yo, it's gonna get ugly, man. When they get to Philly, yeah, it's gonna be on and popping, yo. You got Black Panthers rolling around with semi-automatic rifles. They're not fucking around. I'm telling you, bro. That's when we're really gonna start see shit taking off, bro. On and popping.
Don't let them. Your spirit is strong. You are brave. You are powerful. The whole point of all of this is for Trump and his goons to make you feel like they are inevitable and that there's nothing you can do. I love that he said this because I bet they are demoralized. I mean, you can see how they left that Target. They're getting that everywhere they go. Imagine being like, listen, I get negative comments. I can't imagine getting negative comments in real life. I think that would affect me in a different way. So certainly understand protest, peaceful protest has real power. Here's another form of protest is Jerome Powell. Now, I got to say, I was actually shook when I saw this.
This is crazy.
You haven't seen it. He basically was like, hey, the Justice Department is investigating me for what they're calling fraud. And what they're really doing is Donald Trump is trying to get this guy out of here. He can't wait until May. And he wants to control our money. He wants to control the Federal Reserve. That is the quickest way to a banana republic. I do not think we should head in that direction. But what's been great is that a lot of people have actually started to say that it's just so interesting, these moments in time where real courage presents itself. There are so many cowards right now. I think it's so many cowards. Mitch McConnell, Nancy Mace, Ben Shapiro.
Well,
they all know better. They all know better. Jerome Powell knows better. The difference is he's not caving. He's not changing what he believes. He's not changing his morals. He's standing up for what's right. That is very important right now. And the memes have been amazing. I made one. Here is Jerome Powell. Surrounded by brave people throughout history. And I also made a song. Here's a bit of it.
We are Jerome Powell. We carry the line. Not to a man, but to law and time. We are Jerome Powell. We do not bow. Independent, unbroken. Then or now.
Try to get that on Spotify. But in the meantime, you can listen to that over and over again. I'll link below to the full one that's on Twitter if in case you're interested in it. But I refuse to be demoralized. I refuse to be scared. I refuse to act out of fear. We will fight. We will win. Simple as that. They are losing. We are winning.
I'm back, people. I'm sorry about that. Give me a second. One of my twins woke up. Actually, this isn't a Democratic stream, music lover. If you're a Trump supporter, you're more than welcome to voice your opinion. This is an open platform. We speak truth. We speak to what the eyes are showing us, brother. And if your eyes are showing you something else, then you are more than welcome to explain it. But if we don't agree with you, don't get mad. It is what it is. That's just life, bro. You Trump supporters are delusional. Give me one more second, folks. I'm going to play a song. I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Shout to my peoples, everything Rico, Latin Pain Gang, it's the bad guy Chico. Shout to Puerto Rico, and everywhere we go, Boricua's on the set like a big thigh, you know. Shark City Rumble, old Dusty Humble, swinging through your town like I'm George of the jungle. Move like a bundle, shine like the sun do, pop like a gun do, hit him with the 1-2, yeah, like mommy said, right across your head. I paid the cost to be boss, and I ain't had the bread. Rick, what that nigga said, he talking ish, he think he just plow to the neck to the chest. And yo, I think he dead. Rico Spawn out here for the whack. Shouts to the kid that's back, and that's a fact. Paying undefeated, they swear that he cheated, and how his man kick ass, quadriplegic. This is crazy. Cypher 730. Ask the whole sector. We do niggas dirty. Emotional damage. Too hard to manage. The half black Latin pancake the savage. Ha! And that's word to more than I. Havoc, Randall, Randy, and I. If you thinking HJ, Mexico's Big Irvin, all that's reppin' that Rico. Cause everything Rico, mind, heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and ain't nothing better than my Rico squad. Rico! Cause everything Rico, mind, heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends.
I'm back. Let me see who was in the comments. Okay. Yeah, like I said, at T Music Lover H, this ain't no delusional talk, man. We speak the truth here, man. We speak the truth here. Hit that like button, yo. Hit that like. What's delusional talk? Since you in here making comments, I mean, what's so delusional about the fact that a 37-year-old innocent American woman was shot in the face by some trigger-happy asshole? That's what we really should be talking about. If you think about it, brother. But I got some more content, you know what I'm saying? So this is delusional talk. It's always going to be delusional talk. Trumpsters don't want to see. They don't want to see when they in the fucking wrong. And Lord knows, that's all they've been is wrong. Yes. We got fucking Canada threatening us. Come on, man. What the fuck is going, man? What the fuck are we doing? All right, let's go. Midas touch.
The state of Minnesota and the cities of Minnesota and St. Paul have just filed a federal lawsuit against the Trump regime. In this lawsuit, they say the Trump regime has engaged in an unlawful invasion of Minneapolis and St. Paul under the pretext of stopping fraud and federal law enforcement, when in fact, this is an invasion. It is in retaliation because Minnesota is a blue state with a blue governor, with a blue mayor of Minneapolis, and this is a direct attack on the sovereignty of the state of Minnesota. And the cause of action brought by the state of Minnesota and its municipalities is brought under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. And essentially what Minnesota is arguing through its attorney general and what these cities are arguing is that their sovereignty, their ability to commandeer and to utilize its own law enforcement resources, to educate its people, to exist as a state and a city is now being interfered with by the federal government and by the ICE Gestapo, the ICE paramilitary forces, the Border Patrol Gestapo and paramilitary forces who have invaded the state and invaded the city. Now, law enforcement has to respond to ICE attacking the population versus dealing with the law enforcement issues that Minneapolis and St. Paul police should be dealing with. They have to respond to ICE attacking the citizens of the state. And states under the 10th Amendment are reserved certain rights and certain sovereignty, which is being infringed upon by the federal government. Also, people are terrified to show up to school, to leave their homes, to exist, to live, and that is being infringed upon by the federal government. Let's take a look at this lawsuit, and then I want to show you what Mayor Frey is saying, and then I want to show you what the Attorney General is saying. Attorney General Keith Ellison, who you've seen on the Midas Touch Network multiple times already. Just take a look at the lawsuit. Here's the introduction. In December 2025, the federal government initiated Operation Metro Surge, an unprecedented deployment of federal immigration enforcement agents from numerous agencies of defendant U.S. Department of Homeland Security to the state of Minnesota, including into the cities of St. Paul and Minneapolis. Operation Metro Surge has instilled fear among the people living, working, and visiting Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area, the Twin Cities. Thousands of armed and masked DHS agents have stormed the Twin Cities to conduct militarized raids and carry out dangerous, illegal, and unconstitutional stops and arrests in sensitive public places, including schools and hospitals, all under the guise of lawful immigration enforcement. Defendants claim this unprecedented surge of immigration agents is necessary to fight fraud. In reality, the massive deployment of armed agents to Minnesota bears no connection to that stated objective and instead reflects an alarming escalation of the Trump administration's retaliatory actions towards the state. Defendants claim to have deployed 2,000 DHS agents to the Twin Cities, a number that greatly exceeds the number of sworn police officers that Minneapolis and St. Paul have combined. Operation Metro Surge is, in essence, a federal invasion of the Twin Cities. This operation is driven by nothing more than the Trump administration's desire to punish political opponents and score partisan points at the direct expense of plaintiffs' residents. Defendants' actions appear designed to provoke community outrage, sow fear, and inflict emotional distress, and they are interfering with the ability of the state and local officials to protect and care for their residents. After weeks of escalation, including a DHS agent shooting into an occupied vehicle on December 21st, 2025 in St. Paul, a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent shot and killed a Minneapolis resident on January 7, 2026, Renee Nicole Good. The 10th Amendment gives the state of Minnesota and its subdivisions, including the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, inviolable sovereign authority to protect the health and well-being of all those who reside, work, or visit within their borders. The people of Minnesota are entitled to basic safety and dignity in their communities. They have the right to move about their daily lives, confident that their constitutional rights and civil liberties will remain intact and will not be infringed. They have the right to go to work, take their children to school, and move through public and private spaces free from fear of violence against themselves or their loved ones by their federal government. They are entitled to access the city services, use city facilities without being harassed by federal agents in parking lots. They expect that law enforcement, whether federal, state, or local, will follow the law, avoid creating dangerous and chaotic circumstances, and conduct itself in a manner that distinguishes officers from masked criminals. Indeed, being free from unlawful seizures, excessive force, and retaliation are not a list of aspirations Minnesota deserve. These are rights enshrined within the state and federal laws. While federal government itself violates legal rights and civic norms on such a broad scale, and panic is high, state and city governments bear the cost, both tangible and intangible. Defendants' agents' reckless tactics endanger the public safety, health, and welfare of all Minnesotans. Additionally, defendants' agents' inflammatory and unlawful policing tactics provoke the protests the federal government seeks to suppress. Then it talks about how deteriorating public trust in local law enforcement has serious consequences. It suppresses the reporting and prosecution of crime, especially for immigrant populations. Defendants' agents' tactics also sap state and local resources when local law enforcement officers are called away from their important work to respond to avoidable incidents defendants' agents cause. Plaintiffs bring this suit in court.
Well, they're not fucking around. Whoever wrote this, let me tell you something. They have multiple people writing this. You could tell they were not fucking around. They were making, whoever wrote this made sure to cover all corners, fucking covers, anything. Any chinks or anything that could be found in our armor. They're making sure to have this shit right, bro. This shit crazy.
To enjoin or stop further legal violations and unlawful escalations by defendant and prevent further harms to plaintiffs. And so the main claim is a 10th Amendment claim that the 10th Amendment provides the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved for the states respectively or to the people. And it talks about plaintiffs have police powers. They have powers over their education. They have powers to run their cities. And that basic principles of federalism say that the federal government can't interfere with those functions. And it goes on to say that the sovereignty of Minnesota is being violated. And again, it talks about how the Operation Metro Surge has resulted in the Minneapolis Police Department and St. Paul Police Department being pulled away from its normal law enforcement functions to respond to ICE attacking the population. So now, with that said, I want to show you what took place at the press conference moments ago. Here is Minneapolis Mayor Frye, and here's what he has to say. Let's play this clip.
Can't indiscriminately take people off our streets, American citizens off our streets. You cannot drag pregnant women through the snow. You're not allowed to take teenagers out of their car and detain them when they are in fact American citizens. That is against the law in every state. That is against our United States Constitution. And we're feeling the impact here in Minneapolis. School.
And that's another thing that a lot of people they try to cover that shit up as best as they could. They dragged a pregnant woman, yo. They literally dragged a fucking 6-month pregnant woman through the snow. That's wild, bro. That's absolutely fucking crazy, bro.
Have closed. People are afraid to go to work, shop, or seek medical care. 911 calls are up. Police resources are indeed stretched thin.
And here he is again. Let's play this clip.
We have approximately 600 officers in the city of Minneapolis. Mayor Herr has approximately 600 officers in the city of St. Paul. The number of ICE agents and border control are now in the thousands. They are in the thousands. If the goal was immigration enforcement, if the goal were simply to look for people that are undocumented, Minneapolis and St. Paul would not be the place where you would go. There are countless more people that are undocumented in Florida and Texas and Utah.
Ooh.
Why are they in these much smaller cities in the middle of the Midwest? The answer is very clear. It is politics. Florida and Texas and Utah are Republican states. The reason that Minnesota and Minneapolis are being targeted is because you've got a Democratic governor, a Democratic attorney general, and you got Democratic mayors. We are doing everything possible to keep our cities safe through this unprecedented time. And at the same time, we have police officers that are tired. We've seen damage substantially because we're now having to pay a ton of overtime. Millions of dollars of emergency overtime for law enforcement. Emergency operations have been activated across our city and state agencies, pulling focus on daily core services that we, by the way, are tasked with providing. Local police officers are being diverted from the very work that we need to be doing, and small businesses are losing significant revenue, with some worried that they may not survive this at all. People are scared to take their kids into school or daycare, to go into work. They're going to have difficulty paying rent. There is no doubt in my mind the kind of action that the federal government is taking is not just mean-spirited. It's unconstitutional, and every one of us need to be standing up.
One more clip of the mayor of Minneapolis. Play this clip.
Let me give you another example. Just last week, a group of our city's public works employees were stopped by ICE agents. 3 of the 4 employees were not white. The ICE agents asked to see the IDs of the 3 non-white employees and didn't even bother to ask the white employee for the identification. Minneapolis is being targeted because we stand up for our neighbors and we welcome immigrants, because we believe in the law. And as I said, frankly, because we are in a blue city, in a blue state. Donald Trump should know, as long as federal agents are in our city acting unconstitutionally against our neighbors, we will continue to push back with everything we got.
Here's the Attorney General, Keith Ellison. Let's play it.
And I wish I could stop there, but I can't. Because these poorly trained, aggressive, and armed agents of the federal state have terrorized Minnesota with widespread unlawful conduct. They're making unconstitutional arrests and using excessive force. DHS agents have barged into restaurants asking to access secure areas. And when asked to present a warrant, which is required by law, they respond, "We don't need one." DHS agents have arrested peaceful bystanders. They have fired chemical irritants at people obeying lawful orders while exercising their First Amendment rights. They have even done so at some of our most sensitive places, like Roosevelt High School here in Minneapolis. They have detained law-abiding citizens, leaving them handcuffed for hours just because of the color of their skin or what they're wearing, or they speak English with an accent. And on January 7th, 2026, a DHS agent shot and killed Renee Nicole Good.
Yo, Hacks, you ain't shit for that. I just read what you said. She up there throwing all kind of crip signs. Fucking Hacks, you ain't shit for that.
Leaving her children without a mother and her 6-year-old son without either parent. This has to stop.
And here's one more clip of Attorney General Ellison. Let's play this clip.
So enforcing federal immigration law and fighting fraud are just pretexts for this surge. The real reason, it's no secret. Donald Trump and his administration have been targeting people, cities, and states that don't agree with them politically. He singled out Minnesota countless times. He's called us corrupt and crooked. He's attacked our funding to the tune of billions of dollars, which we are challenging. And we fought back, of course. He's attacked programs that Minnesotans rely on and tried to shut them down and pay taxes for. And he's attacked Minnesotans with despicable, racist, xenophobic language. The truth is, Donald Trump doesn't seem to like our state very much. But what's that about? He doesn't like our best in the nation, safe and secure elections. And sometimes he doesn't like who we choose in them. Just last week, Trump claimed that he won Minnesota 3 times, when in fact, he's never won Minnesota. He doesn't like how we take care of each other or how we make sure our kids have enough to eat. He doesn't like the strength that immigrant communities bring to our state. And he doesn't seem to like that we protect our neighbors no matter where they were born. In short, Trump's administration's decision to target Minnesota and Twin Cities is motivated by a desire to retaliate against Trump's perceived political opponents, who are the people of the state of Minnesota and Twin Cities, rather than any good faith concerns about immigration enforcement, public safety, or law enforcement.
So when you go to the prayer for relief, here's what's finally being requested by the state of Minnesota and the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Wherefore, plaintiffs ask the court to grant the following relief. Declare the defendant's unprecedented surge of defendants' agents to Minnesota unconstitutional and lawful. Hold unlawful and enjoin defendants' unprecedented surge. Stop the surge of defendants' agents in Minnesota or any other similar action in Minnesota over the objection of the governor of Minnesota and mayors in Minneapolis and St. Paul. Preliminarily and permanently enjoin, block, stop defendants from implementing the surge, and preliminarily and permanently enjoin defendants from implementing the surge in sensitive locations like health facilities, education, and areas that are really impacting the safety of residents as well. So there you have it, folks. Powerful lawsuit that was just filed in federal court in Minnesota. We'll keep you posted every step of the way here on the Midas Touch Network. Now hit subscribe, help us get to 6 million subscribers, and thanks for watching.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.
That's not all. That's not all, folks. Like I said, I got content. That's not all. There's more. Tell you, today was not a good day. That was just the fucking Minnesota Strikes Back. Then you got this shit. This nigga started ranting and raving about attacking Canada and shit. And that didn't go too well for him either. So let me show y'all what happened about an hour ago when he was talking shit to fucking Canada. This is also fucking wild crazy.
Canada is absolutely furious at the United States trying to rip NATO to shreds under the Trump regime. Prime Minister Carney has asserted himself as essentially a leader of the free world, and Prime Minister Carney is making it very, very clear that he stands with Denmark. He stands with Greenland. And if the Trump regime defend itself by going after the United States, if Trump launches an invasion against Greenland, Prime Minister Carney is also making posts about his conversations with the Chancellor of Germany, Friedrich Merz. He's also posting about his conversations with the president of Brazil, Lula. And President Lula of Brazil has been speaking with the leaders of Spain and has been involved in multiple conversations lately in order to create mutual defense pacts as well to counteract the United States' attempt to dominate as a predator the Western Hemisphere. We're also seeing Prime Minister Carney talk about defense alliances with Europe and strengthening those alliances in order to check the United States' imperial ambition. So, for example, Prime Minister Carney posted the following: Canada and Germany are working together to strengthen the Euro-Atlantic security. I spoke with the Chancellor, Friedrich Merz, earlier today to talk about the ongoing negotiations towards a just and lasting peace in Ukraine, deepening our trade cooperation and our support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Denmark, including Greenland. In other words, Trump regime, you invade Greenland, Canada and Germany and Europe have Greenland's back. And I guess they're all going to go to war. If that's what you want, Donald Trump, bring it. Prime Minister Carney also says, spoke with President Lula of Brazil, and we discussed the situation in Venezuela. We are steadfast in our support for a peaceful, negotiated, and Venezuelan-led transition process that respects the democratic will of the Venezuelan people. Also, in the absence of Donald Trump and his regime condemning Russia for its attack on Lviv with the Orishnik intermediary ballistic missiles, and the attacks on Kyiv that left multiple dead, attacking residential areas. Carney doing what the United States used to do, asserting himself as like the leader of the free world. Prime Minister Carney writes, Canada condemns Russia's launch of an Orishnik missile, a clear and dangerous escalation that targeted Ukrainian energy infrastructure and the homes of innocent Ukrainians. We call on Russia to immediately cease and desist its strikes and end this illegal war of aggression. Canada will keep working with the international partners to put an end to this devastation and secure a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. I also think it's notable that as we got the job numbers from the United States for the past year, and there were multiple revisions down, including the fact that in October, America lost 178,000 jobs. Since Donald Trump declared Liberation Day in April, Canada has been averaging 22,000 jobs created per month, while the U.S. was about 10,000 jobs per month. Not good numbers for the United States there. Prime Minister Carney was speaking in Paris about strengthening the alliance against Russia. And here's what he said when he was asked about Greenland. Here, play this clip.
The Danish Prime Minister has said that any type of military force used to annex Greenland would be the end of NATO. Do you concur with that assessment?
Well, let me reiterate what I said to Mr. Noel, which is that the future of Greenland is a decision for Greenland and for Denmark exclusively. It's their decision. Secondly, from a NATO context, the way I would frame it is that the western flank of NATO.
Yo, this nigga's lost his shit, bro. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter, if you're not a Trump supporter, this motherfucker Trump has lost his fucking rabbit ass mind. I believe he has dementia. I believe he has multiple other things. They're using experimental drugs on him because damn man, this man he's causing too many fucking problems, bro. There's no way in hell even Trump supporters have already starting to see like this nigga's he's really causing unnecessary damage, bro. And the next person that come into the White House, trust me, they're gonna have to spend the first 2 years of their fucking administration trying to repair all the damage and apologizing to all of our former allies just to get shit right. The shit's just disgusting, man. Oh man. This shit is horrible, yo. When you think about it, this shit is absolutely horrible and scary.
Which would include Greenland, the Arctic, is, given the evolving threat environment, is an area that we as NATO, Canada obviously importantly, given our geography, need to invest more in. This is a point that we've been making in recent years and since I became Prime Minister that we've really stressed. And with our buildup that's just beginning of our military capabilities, we are making heavy investments in the Arctic. We'll be working with our Nordic partners. We'll be working through NATO. This is one of the issues I'll be discussing with the Secretary General as part of an ongoing discussion with him around this to further advance it.
Now, I want to check in with our leader of Midas Canada, Charlie Angus. He's also running the Midas Canada tour. Check the tour dates at the end of this video. Charlie Angus lets you know where he's going to be speaking. We'd love for you to attend the Midas Canada events if you're there in Canada, so check it out. And Charlie Angus is like, we need to call the US's bluff on Greenland. Enough trying to give in or compromise with the gangster Gestapo regime, with the Nazi Trump regime. You can't appease these people. Stand up, assert your authority, push back is essentially what Charlie Angus says. Watch what Angus says here. Play this clip.
Things are getting very serious. The Venezuela invasion, we are going to be looking at more in terms of just what an absolute disaster it's going to prove to be from a mob of lazy thugs who haven't gamed these things out, which makes them, in a sense, even more dangerous because they aren't thinking through the ramifications of all their stupid late night tweets from the MAGA minions around Trump and how that's affecting the judgment of what was the most powerful nation on earth, but now a nation that is getting more paranoid and desperate. And we see right after the attack on Venezuela, the increasing pressure and threat against Greenland, Denmark. One question would be,
Carlton Stanton, what's good, brother? What is good? You already know we in the building.
Is this an attempt by the Trump administration to undermine the allies who are over in Europe trying to work with Ukraine on finding a settlement and a peace deal that is just? Is this Trump acting as a pincer movement for Putin to undermine Europe? Well, that is a very good possibility because again and again, Trump and the MAGA regime have undermined Europe in a deliberate attempt to undermine the people of Ukraine. So what are we going to expect in the coming weeks? Well, we've seen this flurry of attack on Greenland's independence and threat, and Greenland and the people of Denmark are certainly taking this very seriously. So where do we go from here? Well, there's a couple of scenarios that could play out. And one of them is that Denmark invokes Article 4 of NATO. Now, Article 4 is pretty straightforward language. Yep. The parties will consult together whenever, in the opinion of any of them, the territorial integrity, political independence, or security of any of the parties is threatened. I think Trump's threats against Denmark and Greenland, certainly Article 4 is warranted. Now, what happens if Article 4 is triggered? Well, it sets up the stage for Article 5, which is the call for NATO allies to come and defend the territorial integrity of a partner state. The United States is still a member of NATO. What are we going to see if that happens? Well, I believe there's three scenarios. One is if Article 4 is invoked, it will force Trump's hand. And what will he do? He will taco, and he'll start threatening Iran again. He'll threaten Mexico. He will threaten Cuba. He'll him and Han stomp his foot and say he's going to go after Colombia, or maybe he'll find someplace else to threaten. So that's one scenario. Article 4 is invoked and it's put up or shut up time, and Trump will likely taco. Number 2 is that Trump takes this as an unacceptable slap in the face and escalates. And then we're into a situation where we see American ships facing down against French frigates. We see American soldiers on the ground in Greenland standing against Canadian soldiers who are there to defend Greenland. That's the moment that we go over the edge and we fall into the darkness. Will that happen? Who knows? I would normally suggest we do anything to keep that scenario from happening. But if we do not look at scenario 1 in terms of calling the bluff, we will most likely be in scenario 2. There's another scenario, scenario 3. And that is that Europe hems and haws and promises support, and Keir Starmer says he's got a backbone, or he'll find a backbone, and then nobody does anything and Greenland is taken. If that happens, then all bets are certainly off, because now we are in the age of gangsters and we are in the age of darkness. I say that Europe could not stand up. And I don't say Canada wouldn't stand up, because Canada has no choice, because if Greenland falls, we're next, and we know it. You know, I don't think scenario 3 will happen, but a year ago, I would have been way less sure. A year ago, I was at the NATO meetings in Brussels for the briefings to the parliamentary delegations on the military planning. And I had gone there expecting fully to be reassured that despite Trump's increasingly threatening rhetoric against Canada, that as a NATO ally, Europe would have our back, and they would gently but politely and firmly tell the United States, hey, back off. Article 5, remember, we are going to defend Canada. I didn't get that impression at all. In fact, my sense was that the NATO allies were going to bend themselves backwards to appease the United States, because they just couldn't believe that the NATO alliance was about to collapse because of the increasing threats coming from Donald Trump. And so they were certainly shell-shocked. And we were in this big amphitheater where all the delegations were there, and the American delegation of these Republican maggots were just lording over, and everyone was tiptoeing around them. And so at one point, the heads, the big doodads who sit up at the head of the stage were talking, and it was clear they were just trying to appease MAGA. And so one of them said, and Canada, you're going to have to start pulling your weight. And at that moment, I stood up. Now, these things are all scripted.
Make a long story short, he started wars with every and anybody to ensure that there's a fucking war going on when it comes to election time and everything. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. It's a miracle nobody in his own orbit hasn't tried to fucking hit him with a Jet 2 Holiday. It's crazy. So this is new. This just came out. Just came out, babe. Out. Oh shit! Give me a second. Sorry about that. All right. So this is the other shit I got.
Democratic Congress members are going scorched earth on the Trump regime on Capitol Hill, while MAGA Republican Congress members are being, well, MAGA sycophants. As you know, the Midas Touch Network has launched a DC bureau. Pablo Manriquez has joined the Midas Touch Network, and he's there at the Capitol building every day to get the politicians to answer the questions that you want answered. He interviews both Democrats and Republicans, and he presses them on the critical questions of the day. One of the most important questions that we've been asking politicians is, what is your perspective on funding ICE? Because we think that that is a bright line. Any Democratic politician who wants to further fund ICE or fund ICE at all at this point, I don't think deserves our support or your.
That's that fucking shit, man. A lot of people don't know I got that fucking narcoleptic. I've been catching myself sometimes. That narcolepsy, but this shit is crazy. Even though I be listening, though, this shit is crazy, though. Because this shit at this point now, man, it is getting. I'm reading something over here. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but I'm also reading some shit about Iran. So, are we currently right now attacking Iran? Hold on a second. This shit is crazy. If I'm reading this shit correctly, I'm getting these hits on my phone. Hold on 1 second. Because if that's true, then this shit is wild. This is crazy. The fuck is he doing? This is fucking wild, bro. So apparently something's going down. Something apparently is going down. Can't get too much info on it because apparently they're not trying to. Yeah, there's something going on, but they're not giving too much info on it. I can see here in some other clips and stuff. Yeah, I guarantee you, when we all wake up tomorrow, there's gonna be some shit up there, bro. Oh, you better believe it, Carton. I'm smoking that gas. You know this shit is gas. When you gotta keep letting that shit turn off. That's that super gas. Yeah, but this shit is crazy, bro. I don't know what the fuck this man's mindset is at, bro. Trump is wigging out, bro. Shit, good. 1 second. What the fuck is this in Iran? Oh, are doing some dumb shit. Hold on a second. Fuck people. Yeah, Donald Trump's a motherfucker, yo. He done started some shit.
Leave now. That is a warning from the State Department to any American citizens inside Iran right now as the regime faces its most serious anti-government protests in years. President Trump ratcheting up the pressure on Iran, saying he's putting a 25% tariff on any country that does business there, quote, effective immediately. The violence inside Iran is growing worse amid a brutal crackdown, with one human rights group confirming the deaths of more than 500 protesters. It is an incredible black box, and to think that such a black box could exist in a world of social media like this. But Jumana Karacha is out front, and I want to warn our viewers that some of what you're about to see in her report may be disturbing.
From behind the walls of the Iranian regime's censorship, a chilling video has emerged. Every movement of what may be a hidden camera reveals a terrifying picture of what's been unfolding on the ground. They butchered him, this mourner wails. Families gathered at this medical center outside Tehran, searching for loved ones. Lines of lifeless bodies are stored in a warehouse turned morgue. Inside the center, distraught family members stand anxiously in front of a screen that flashes photos of the dead. From that same location, state media had its own pictures and narrative, reporting the majority of the bodies are those of, quote, ordinary citizens. They blame their deaths, like the protests, on foreign-backed terrorists carrying out what they say are indiscriminate killings. These pictures the regime decided to air, perhaps a warning to those who dare take to the streets. It's almost impossible for us to get real-time updates from Iran. The regime's shut down communications across the country on Thursday, just as nationwide protests against the clerical establishment drew larger crowds to the streets of every province. It's a tactic out of its playbook on crushing dissent, cover it's used in the past to unleash bloody force. The little testimony and images that have been trickling out. Only a small window into what a ruthless regime doesn't want the world to see. Video like this that purportedly captures the feared state security forces out on the streets is slowly surfacing, sent out by those who are risking their lives to get it out. As the U.S. weighs its next move, following the president's threats to strike hard if the regime kills protesters, President Trump now saying Iran has reached out to negotiate.
But we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting.
In this one location, an estimated 250 bodies, with hundreds more confirmed killed elsewhere, according to activists. The world now braces for what may come when Iran finally emerges from the dark. Jumana Karacha, CNN, London.
And out front now is Skylar Thompson in the wake of Jumana's reporting. She's the deputy director at Human Rights Activists in Iran. It is an organization that is closely tracking the turmoil unfolding. And Skylar, I mean, it's just incredible. As I was talking about it with a black box, you have a view inside that box. The reports that we hear, violence inside Iran has skyrocketed in the last few days. And I know that you're getting more information about that, but also from inside hospitals. What are you learning tonight?
Yeah, a black box is a really, unfortunately, accurate way to put it. We've now seen an unprecedented shutdown of communication surpassing 100 hours. So it's really difficult information. It's reduced to a minimum, but what we are able to glean from our network is absolute brutality. Jumana's package correctly mentioned bodies upwards of 250 in one place. And we've, documented over 500 deaths, as you mentioned as well, but we have over 500 cases still under investigation. So it really sort of paints the picture of what kind of brutality we're looking at. Inside hospitals, we have collected documents from doctors that show people impacted with tear gas, people shot at close range, and oftentimes they can't even seek appropriate medical care because doctors are stretched thin, or they're being taken directly to a detention facility rather than getting the care that they need.
I know that you've also been reporting, Skylar, on state television in Iran, and that there's been an unprecedented number of forced confessions that they have actually broadcast on state TV. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's absolutely something that we haven't seen before. This number really concerns us. People are being arbitrarily arrested, as we've documented, thousands, tens of thousands of people. And what happens is they're arrested, they're taken to a detention facility, unknown at times. Sometimes we don't even know, where a person is being held. And then suddenly they appear on state television confessing to, being parts of rioters, terrorists, being associated or influenced by foreign elements. And what's so concerning is these confessions happen under torture, psychological or physical sometimes, and then they carry the death penalty, the charges that they're admitting to under coercion.
What do you see is different? I mean, there are some out there saying, okay, this could be it.
The fact that he's attacking a country that ain't even looking for no smoke is just absolutely fucking wild. It's just, the shit is crazy. Let me see what you got here. You got something? I got you right now. Hold on. Let's finish this off.
And then there are others who say, no, the protests have been massive before. Look at 2009 and the Green Movement. And of course, the death of the young woman in police custody that had sparked mass protests in 2022 and 2023. Is this different?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I would say is that we owe it to Iranians to believe in them, right? They are risking their lives coming to the streets. They risk their lives to send us information. So it's really important that we believe in them and everything that they're saying. We have seen protests in every province across the country, in hundreds of cities.
Yes.
And I think that really shows the united nature of this moment. And we're also seeing it, I might add, across class, ethnicity. So that's really unique. And I think, on top of that, we don't just have a single trigger like we did in 2022. People are out on the streets because they simply can't live a good life. They can't buy oil. They can't buy rice. Money is not stable, and there's inflation, there's corruption. Women don't have rights. This is just like a storm of a situation that's really unfolding.
Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts, who sits on the Armed Services Committee. He's also a Marine Corps vet who served 4 tours in Iraq. Congressman, the White House is saying that what the Iranian regime is saying publicly is, quote, quite different from the messages the administration is receiving privately. What do you think the administration should do? What do you think is possible for the U.S. to do here?
Well, I mean, first of all, we of course stand with the Iranian people, and we all hope that this regime gets toppled. But what we're really hoping for is a better regime. And so we've got to be very careful to ensure that whatever we do, ostensibly to help the protesters, doesn't actually empower hardliners in Iran and therefore lead to an even worse regime than we have. There's a real risk there, and that's why we have to have a serious plan. We can't just go in guns a-blazing like the Trump administration likes to do and think that it will solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump has said he's looking at what he calls very strong options that the U.S. could take against Iran. He's also said previously the U.S. getting involved doesn't mean boots on the ground. What kind of options do you think the U.S. has?
I'm gonna upload. I'm putting a video for you right now. Hold on a second, Truth Lady. Ooh, almost doped up. So that was funny. Almost nodded out. Stop the cap. Boom. Look, almost fell out again. You see? I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on a second. I had to come through here. I had to go into YouTube and pull it up because it won't let me through StreamYard. Where am I? You piqued my interest. I want to see what you're talking about. Piqued my interest. Okay, I'm in here now. Let's see what's going on. Shit. One of my twins woke up. All right, I got the video, Truth Lady. Give me a second. I got it. Here we go, folks. We'll play this video. Give me a second.
Sir Said Mohammed Marandi, a professor from Tehran University and also a former advisor to Iran's nuclear negotiation team. So thank you for coming back on.
Hi, Glenn. Thank you very much for having me. It just shows how much I like your show because I went through a lot of trouble to get online.
Well, I appreciate it very much. And I guess what you're referring to is the internet connections in reference to the different riots which have been going on in different cities in Iran, including Tehran then. It does seem, though, that every time there's a build-up to another regime change operation or invasion, it almost every time follow the exact same script, though. That is, first you destabilize the society with sanctions and an information war. Then you build on the grievances of the public and instigate violent protests. You announce the intention to help or support the locals in their aspirations for freedom against their own government, of course. And the rhetoric is always dumbed down to a binary choice. Either you don't care about the struggle for freedom and the aspiration of brave protesters, or you support the sanctions and or military intervention. So, and after the coup or invasion, it turns out the US and its allies actually had some zero-sum geopolitical interest and power interest, as opposed to solely acting out of altruism and love of freedom. But almost every time, the result is always the same. From the Arab Spring and onward, that is, the country which was to be liberated is instead destroyed. So we've all seen this movie before, which is why it's my position that, Iranians can, of course, protest the government all they want, but this is an internal Iranian issue. And as soon as it becomes an international issue, then you can't really keep the geopolitics out. But sorry for the very long prelude to the question. So how do you assess, though, the situation now there on the ground in Tehran? What are the domestic grievances, and what is the geopolitical component here?
Well, First I should point out that every once in a while, every few years, the West, Western media, Western pundits, think tanks, leaders say that Iran is on the verge of collapse. And every time people like myself come and say that it's not going to happen, the state has popular support, the Constitution is something that a very strong majority of Iranians adhere to, and your assessments are based on wishful thinking. And every time, every single time, they'll say you're a mouthpiece for a dying regime or something like that. And then it goes, it's like a loop. It goes over and over every 2, 3 years, 3, 4 years, 4, 5 years. Now, what's happening now is that basically we had a sudden fall in the currency. I don't know what percent, but let's say 40, 50%.
Wow. Truth lady, I'm definitely going to save this and use this for tomorrow. I'm going to have to get off, guys. One of my kids, one of my twins is up and when I have to send the daddy duties, put it like that. I'm going to go and shut this shit down anyway. As you can see, I was nodding off earlier, but anyway, I definitely got to go. I appreciate everybody that came through tonight and shit like that. There will be a part 2. I'll probably, being that I ain't got to go to work too early tomorrow, I'll probably go live before I go to work tomorrow. So definitely be on the lookout for tomorrow's fucking live because it's going to be crazy. Trust and believe that. It's going to be crazy. So I'll definitely probably be live tomorrow early because Lord knows what's going to happen on this overnight while we're all sleeping. You already know. That's the MO. We wake up to the craziness. Definitely. Shout out to Carl Stanton. Shout out to the Truth Lady. Tokyo is Jess. Hats. Everybody from the motherfucking Smoked Out Society and the Rico Squad. You already know, man. That's how we do. That's how we do. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here because this baby's crying. And with that being said, in the words of motherfucking Latin Pain, Boricuas on the set. Smoked Out Society. Good night, everybody.